Time to go face to face. What's up, everybody? I'm Drew Manchu, and this is Face to Face, my weekly video series where I sit down, go through my stack of comics, and let you guys know what I think. First up, I have the only independent book I picked up this week, and that is Space Riders, Galaxy of Brutality, number 2. This is insane. If you like this cover, you're going to like this book. If this cover doesn't do anything for you, you're not going to like this book. It's really about all there is to it. Very punk rock, very early 90s skater mag art style. Really good stuff, and I enjoy it. Space Riders. I picked up Scooby Apocalypse number 14, and every time I think that I'm done with this series, it just takes it up another notch of madness. And this is absolutely fantastic stuff. You got Velma Dinkley on the cover there with a gun. She's being choked to death. You can see the dude's reflection in her glasses. This is all screwed up. This is really weird stuff. This is Scrappy-Doo versus Scoob and the gang, and they're all mutants, and there's weird shit going on all over the place. This would be a fantastic Adult Swim series, and I really like this a lot. And every time I think I'm done with it, they pull me right back in with more Scooby goodness. Titans number 12 came out this week, and I thought I was dropping this title. I guess I did not communicate that. But I'm glad I picked this up for this cover. This is pretty cool. It's an Omen-centric story, and Omen is definitely front and center on the cover. I dig that. The nightmare version of the Titans coming after her. Some good stuff. I really liked it, and I think I might be holding on to Titans. Action Comics 981. We are rapidly approaching that Action Comics 1000 mark, and this issue is phenomenal. We got the Revenge Squad is completed with Zod, and there's some great action in this. The art is off the chain. Dan Jurgens does a great job telling this story. Zod is definitely a worthy opponent for Superman in this issue, and probably will be moving forward. And this issue ends on a cliffhanger as well, and you're going to want to see where that goes. Keep picking up Action Comics. I'm going to keep picking it up as well. Detective Comics number 958 came out this week, and this is pretty good stuff. I really enjoyed Tynion's story here. I didn't think I was going to like Batman going into the realm of the magic, but at the end of the issue, very, very wonderfully rendered Zatanna shows up, and I'm kind of in for the ride at this point. Detective Comics for me has been wildly inconsistent in quality, but I'm back on board. What am I going to do? It's a Batman book. I'm buying it. This week also marked the launch of a brand new DC event, Dark Days, with the release of The Forge. This is a story about Batman exploring the powers of nth metal. It's kind of a weird substance, kind of the vibranium of the DC universe as far as I know. I'm not as well versed in DC as I am in Marvel, but it seems to be a mystical cosmic metal, and there seems to be a lot of things tied together in this, and I wasn't quite sure what was going on when I started, and I'm not quite sure what's going on when it's over, but I know that I want to know more about it. Scott Snyder is writing this. Tynion is also helping out with that. The interior art is all over the place. You got John Romita Jr., Lee's doing some stuff, Kubrick's doing some stuff. There's all kinds of stuff going on in here. Danny Meekie's doing some inking, and there's all kinds of good stuff in here. Really enjoyed the art in this book throughout. It's high quality, even through the changing artists. I enjoyed the story, and I hope that it unfolds at a good pace. This is the type of event that I'm looking for. This is the kind of thing that I felt was missing in the button. Not enough big story being told, but I like the fact that we're branching out from the Rebirth stuff and we're doing this Dark Days stuff, and I think it's a breath of fresh air for the DC universe, and I really liked it. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all unfolds in the next couple of issues. Also picked up the Andy Kubert cover. That man's got a weird looking camel toe situation going on there. Hashtag Bat Badge. And I know it gets a lot of hate, but I love this John Romita Jr. cover. It's definitely his style. I can see why somebody wouldn't like it, but I think it's definitely cool stuff. Lots of Marvel books came out this week. I went ahead and picked up Defenders #1. This is Marquez and Bendis back together from their Civil War II days. And I kind of dug it. I didn't think that the art was as good as Marquez's other work has been, but I did enjoy it. And Bendis wrote these characters fairly well. They all came together very nicely, and there were some different approaches taken to the storytelling here, and I enjoyed what they did with it. Defenders #1 is definitely a win in my book. I picked up Thanos #8 this week. Some really good stuff from Jeff Lemire, telling a great story with the character of the Mad Titan and his feud with his son Thane. Thane has imbued himself with the power of the Phoenix Force, and now his former allies are looking to Thanos as the lesser of two evils to help them take him down. The art has remained consistently great in this title, and I absolutely love it. One of my favorite titles from Marvel right now, Thanos. The Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #8 came out this week, and this is the best Spider-Man book on the shelf. It is fantastic. This right here is the beginning of the story of how Mary Jane Parker gets the symbiote suit. It's kind of different from what happened with Spider-Man and Venom, but I'm excited to see where this goes. Ryan Stegman does an awesome job drawing these characters, and Jerry Conway knows what he's doing with the Spider-Man book. This is perfect. This needs to be bought. Everybody go out and pick up Renew Your Vows. Great book. Secret Empire #4 came out this week, and I could not wait to catch up on the greatest story Marvel has told in over a decade. It seems the Punisher is working for Hydra, and he's hot on the tails of Black Widow and her Red Room students. But if there's one person in the world that you cannot sneak up on, it's Black Widow. Meanwhile, the quest for the Cosmic Cube fragments has sent both Steve Rogers and his Hydra Avengers, and the AI Tony Stark and his Underground Resistance fighters, both to the Ultronic territories. Ultron has taken over a part of Alaska. Nobody seems to want to recognize that he's done this, but he has done this. This isn't just any Ultron, though. This Ultron has possessed the face, the personality, and the demeanor of Henry Pym. So before long, Ultron has everybody set down for what happens to be one of the most dysfunctional family dinners of all time. Lionel Francis Yu is doing the interior art here, and it definitely changes the vibe of this story. But Nick Spencer uses this opportunity to write a love letter to Avengers lore. The clashing egos here is tremendous, as you get Steve Rogers versus Hank Pym versus Tony Stark all at the same time. We also get a little expansion on what's going on with this alternate Steve in this alternate world, and he's getting some friends to go along with him. I think it looks like it's Bucky and Sam, so we'll see where that goes. This issue of Secret Empire to me initially felt like it was losing a little bit of steam in the story, but we're not even at the halfway point, and this issue took some time to build these characters and display their motivation. I really dug it. This is a must-buy in my opinion. I also picked up the Hydra Hero variant. This is Spider-Man here, looking all Hydra. Pretty cool stuff. Secret Empire spilled over into a bunch of different tie-ins this week as well. This is the one-shot United, and this is the story of Newtian and the X-Men, and the truth behind who is in charge of this region, and what kind of agreement they've reached with Hydra. Really cool stuff if you're an X-Men fan. I suggest you pick it up. Deadpool 32 picks up right where it left off after the horrible things he did for Hydra in the last issue. He's kind of coming to grips with it. He's realizing that life isn't all it's cracked up to be, but Steve's his buddy, Steve's his man, and he's going to be following orders for a while. But is he all in? Is he Hydra? I haven't heard him say Hail Hydra once yet. Maybe Wade's conscience is getting the better of him on this one. We'll see. Deadpool 23. I really enjoyed it. Uncanny Avengers #4 is a Secret Empire tie-in as well, and it finds the Unity Squad trapped under the dome of the Dark Force dimension. Kind of a cool take because, Rogue and Johnny Storm are used to being in strange situations, and Jericho is definitely a really good character to have in this magical, mystical realm of demons. Some cool stuff, and I was excited with some of the character work they did with Rogue in this book, and her coming to grips with what has happened with Steve Rogers. I really enjoyed Uncanny Avengers number 24. This is a direct Secret Empire tie-in, written by Nick Spencer, Captain America, Sam Wilson. Really good stuff here. This is the story of how they transported the underground team to the Ultron territories. So definitely ties directly into the book. I enjoyed it, and definitely a nice piece of the puzzle. Nick Spencer does a great job expanding on the character of Sam Wilson and also giving you some more in-depth look at what's going on with his story, Secret Empire. Secret Warriors is another Secret Empire tie-in with these Inhumans looking to find their way through this conflict. They run into the X-Men of Newtian, and there's some really cool stuff going on here. Really love this book. Why am I not surprised? Because it's written by Matt Rosenberg, and Matt Rosenberg has been doing a great job writing things like Kingpin and Four Kids Walk Into a Bank, and he's been doing a great job with Secret Warriors. The banter in here is absolutely phenomenal. Inferno is great. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur are awesome. Karnak's interaction with Beast was on point. Ms. Marvel just wanting to go home is great. Absolutely love it. The fact that they didn't know who half the X-Men were was awesome. Get some good cameos in there from Boom Boom and Richter. Some good stuff. Really enjoyed this book, and it's absolutely beautiful as well. Garon does the art here, and it's phenomenal. This is definitely a series that you should be reading. Secret Warriors has been great so far. Now on to what I like to call XMen Corner. In Old Man Logan number 25, the Maestro has found a way to transport some of the Hulks from the wasteland to this universe, and they are after Logan's ass. What the hell is going on? How is the Maestro involved? I want to know what's up. This is the first Old Man Logan story arc without the powers of Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino behind it, so I was a little bit hesitant, but I really enjoyed the art in this book, and it was written very well as well. Gonna keep picking up Old Man Logan. It's a solid win for me. In all-new Wolverine number 21, Laura teams up with all of her Healing Factor brethren and Ironheart Riri Williams to fight an alien virus. It seems that Laura's Healing Factor is the cure here, as she filters the virus out of other people. So why not bring in Old Man Logan and Decan and Gabby and get everybody healing up everybody else? But can she heal everybody, and how far is too far to push herself? This is a really cool story. I really love the art in this book, and I think it's awesome that Riri is getting the chance to shine. Some great character work being done here by Taylor with Laura. She wants to hold up the mantle of the Wolverine, and she's doing a great job. Absolutely love this title, and excited to see where they go from the end of this story. Weapon X number 4 is the prelude to Weapons of Mutant Destruction and introduces us to the villain. And I won't spoil things, but he's an old school X-Men villain, and I love how this new X-Men wave has been throwing these old school X-Men villains at you. You got the Purifiers hanging out in Generation X. You got, the Sentinel coming back in X-Men Gold. You got X-Men Blue is fighting the Juggernaut and Black Tom Cassidy. These are some really cool villains that had their heyday back in the 80s and 90s, and it's cool to see them come back again. I think everybody who's familiar with classic X-Men lore is going to know who this villain is at the end of this book, and if you don't, shame on you, go do some research. Generation X number 3 came out this week, and I don't think I've ever been so torn on a book. I do not like the way this book looks. A lot of this art in here is just butt ugly, and I can't stand the style. That being said, I'm really enjoying the story of these young mutants. I like to see the way they come together. I like the way Quentin Quire is manipulating everybody, and it's pretty great. I just wish it was a better looking book. Get Gerardo Sandoval or somebody to draw this thing, and it would fly off the shelves, in my opinion. I have a feeling that this is not going to last very long because the art just stinks. X-Men Blue number 5, on the other hand, is a beautiful book. Wonderfully rendered and wonderfully written by Cullen Bunn. Great stuff. A nice, interesting way to bring Jimmy Hudson to the proper Marvel universe and put him on an X-Men team. Jean even says in this book, hey, I think we need a Wolverine, and Jimmy says, don't call me that. So I like the fact that they're delving into this character a little bit more. I like that they're adding him to the team, and it's a team that's already pretty stacked, so basically you're trading out Laura from All New X-Men, you're putting Jimmy on there. I dig it. It gives you a different vibe, and we'll see where things go. Maybe he'll end up hooking up with Iceman, and we'll have little gay Ice Claw babies. Who knows? And the glut of Mary Jane covers continues this week with this fabulous high-fashion Phoenix walking on the runway. Absolutely beautiful. Love this Mary Jane cover for X-Men Blue. Here she is in some thigh-high boots and a go-go dress with her claws out as a cosplaying Mary Jane, all-new Wolverine. Oh, got her sweetheart SpiderMan in the back there. Pretty cool. Here we have a super sassy Deadpool Mary Jane throwing you a grenade because, let's face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot. And this terrifyingly sexy Venom cover, Venom 151, Mary Jane cover here. Absolutely phenomenal. Mary Jane in the symbiote. The second cover we've seen like this today, but this has some H.R. Geiger weird sexual terror, body horror situation going on here, and it's phenomenal. That's awesome. I love it. I'm in love with Mary Jane. I didn't pick up any back issues or mystery minis or any of that kind of stuff this week. I'm definitely going to try to downsize my collection. I've been picking up way too much recently, and we need to streamline some things around here. So on that note, going to be chilling on the back issues for the most part, and only picking up new stuff for right now, and probably trying to move a significant portion of my collection very shortly. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to do it for this face-to-face video this week, guys. Make sure you like this video and comment down below. Let me know what you got going on with your stuff. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscription button and hit that notification bell. That way you never miss any of my content, and you can be a part of the Drew Manchu universe. You guys remember to collect what you love, share what you find. I'm Drew Manchu, and I'll see you guys next time.